All right. I want to take a look right now at Serbia. Shtaito. Like what is going on? So there have been two mass shootings in 2 days in a country where that shit does not happen, right? It is super, super rare in Serbia for this sort of thing. So I want to take a look and see basically the way that I'm going to look at this is like what has changed, right? So, what has changed in Serbia to cause things like this to happen? All right, so we get a reversed Six of Swords and an Eight of Swords. Holy shit. All right, so the Six of Swords, so this is a soldier in a war. There's the burning city here of conflict. And the soldier realizes that this war, there's no way to win it. It's some sort of eternal struggle. So he just gets the fuck out of there, right? Um, and here he's going away from the place that's burning and just going to someplace else. Now, when this card is reversed, it shows the inability to get away from the conflict. It's like even if you were to go to another town or if you were to try to separate yourself from this fundamental conflict here, you couldn't do it. It's like stuck. Okay. So then the main card that we have is an Eight of Swords. This is pretty much showing that the heads of the people of Serbia are being fucked with, right? And we'll get to that. But currently in this eight, now here's the thing about the Eight of Swords. This is a temporary energy. The Eight of Swords here, the moon is fucking with the person's head, and it's trying to get him to jump out the window, to do something drastic. And here, a couple drastic things have been done. But that's what this energy is trying to do. It's like fever pitch anxiety and like confusion or whatever. And here there's also hints of like conflict and all of that stuff. But the eight, so the moon is fucking with a person's head, and here the sun is coming up, which would put an end to the long dark night that is filling this person with such anxiety. So this does show a fever pitch to the anxiety. It is not permanent by nature, the Eight of Swords. Now, I'm going to put a card on either side here to just see where this energy comes from and where it goes. Jeez. All right. So the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles, the witch practicing witchcraft, right? This is about learning by doing, cultivating your skills and all of that. So this thing being upside down, so one of the two shootings did happen in a school, and this could definitely be like the breaking of the cultivation of learning, like the fucking up of the school system. I don't know anything about the school systems there, but this would fall in line with that. And as it moves forward, it goes to the King of Pentacles, which is the freaking businessman, which I guess wouldn't be all that surprising because most of the things that are really terrible for people end up being good for the people at the top or big businessmen, you know. All right. I'm going to collect these here. Now, is this energy internal or is it an external force? Is it, I mean, you could definitely say that this is like Western values infiltrating Serbia because this is something that happens in America all the time. Granted, America's fucking huge, right? And Serbia is like the size of one of the states in America. Um, so America's really big. So a lot of things happen in America all the time. But still, let's look and see if this energy is a symptom of internal Serbia or if this is something that's hitting them from outside. The freaking judgment card. Wow. This would really say both. So the judgment card, so here's the angel of judgment who's blowing the trumpet, right? So this is an external force, but it is highlighting internal energy. And here, like, this is the judgment that's happening on all of the people. So even though it's an external, like, judgment, it really affects or has everything to do with the internal energy of each of the people. That's interesting. It would show that it is actually both external and internal. But here, I mean, the angel of judgment, this would be probably something that is echoing throughout the world. Um, all right. Now, let's just see if this is temporary. If is this a symptom of something that is going to continue to happen, or is this a much shorter term energy? Like maybe this was just a bad month, you know? And we get the King of Swords. Boy. Um, the King of Swords is the leader. So whether or not this is a temporary energy would probably depend on who the leader is of Serbia. Now, geez, this would go down to policies and, you know, uh, the way that the day-to-day life in Serbia happens. How much of that is like top down, you know? And I think the King of Swords is really saying, is it temporary? It really depends on who the leader is. So if the leaders get voted out, then maybe it would not be a permanent thing. Huh. This card, I didn't really have a question here. It just also wanted to come out. And the reversed Ace of Wands. So this is the source of passion, the source of pride, inspiration, the way a baby is to a mother, right? A baby can inspire a mother to do things that she otherwise could not do. It like gives her superpowers. Whoop. And this thing being upside down is when that cannot happen. It's like the fizzling out of passion and pride and inspiration. And here, looks like it's coming top down from the King of Swords. My God, my God. All right. So what else do we look at here? I'm just going to look for what is hidden, um, or at least what I haven't thought to look at. Shit. And it's King of Pentacles. Dang. This sucks. This really sucks. And it seems very American. We have one card that wants to come out there too. So the King of Pentacles again is the freaking businessman, right? So look at what businesses are suddenly getting like way more money. Um, and then we get a Queen of Wands. I don't know what the Queen of Wands is doing there. I didn't really have a specific question when it came out. It just sort of wanted to come out. But the Queen of Wands, Let's just see. Ten of Swords. The Queen of Wands is about pride and passion, individuality. The the Queen of Wands is very unique and creative and beautiful, and she kind of needs to be recognized for the things she is. And here that comes out with a Ten of Swords, which is very much breaking, disruptive energy. So we got the King of Pentacles, and then we have some breaking, hurtful energy that's happening with the Queen of Wands. So here's the businessman, I guess you could say father, and then here the mother is being like destroyed. Okay. I don't now remember if I asked if this is temporary. Oh, right, the leaders. So let's just see if are there going to be more of these? And that kind of goes into the temporary question, but I just want to see, is this just a blip in the radar or is this the freaking new normal? And we get a Five of Pentacles. It basically shows a feeling of exile and judgment. Um, Boy, that's really hard to say. It, I think what it's showing is surveillance. Here she's like walking around by herself. She has no money, no clothes, right? And here this is a church that she could stay in, but she's like she doesn't want to deal with all of its judgment and its bullshit. So she's like, "Fuck this! Like I'm just gonna take care of things by myself." And the church, I mean, the institution, will say, is just very much watching her. The thing that I'm getting out of this is surveillance. Hey. And I'm assuming that they're going to try to come after the guns, right? So I might as well pull a question or pull a card on that. Like, is there going to be massive like gun control? And the Ace of Swords, I mean, here it is a person holding a weapon, but the Ace of Swords is taking full responsibility and therefore having full control of everything that happens to you. And here in, I mean, will there be gun control? The Ace of Swords is saying yes, but it would also show a certain amount of power that the people would still have, right? Um, Now, actually, I'm going to look at the second event, not the one that happened on the first day. But when we think about gun control, my question is, was the second event a false flag? Hmm, unclear. I mean, I would not say that this is a yes. It's a reverse Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a healer, emotionally optimistic. The Page of Cups reversed is when an energy that is normally very open and optimistic just gets all out of sorts. Um, but I would not say that this is a yes to the question of whether or not the second event was a false flag, because I could totally see that happening. It's like, oh my God, this happened. All right, tomorrow the next thing happens, and then we come after everybody's guns. But the Page of Cups, I would not say that that is true. But in in Serbia, it looks like there really must be some change in leadership, or shit like this is going to continue to happen and get worse. You know, a lot of things that were just not present in that area are going to start to happen. Um, that's what we get. If you do have any other ideas or other angles that you would like me to look at this from, I will definitely do that. And, you know, if you are in or near Serbia and you have any ideas of what the fuck, let me know that as well. Thank you and peace.